Hey, I'm Chris McKelvie. I'm here in Alexandria, Minnesota for the FCA Skills Camp Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and we're just rocking it here in the first week in June. So here's my story. I grew up in the Twin Cities, and I was really fortunate to be able to grow up in the self-proclaimed state of hockey. And hockey was pretty much our whole life. You know, my brothers and I, and including my dad, we were all about hockey, and we loved the game. My dad's Canadian, and my mom's from up north, so like it just kind of became our life, and it was awesome. And along that too, I was able to just have like some of the most loving, caring parents that you could ever ask for, and just truly blessed to have the family I have. But as we got older, we slowly kind of became consumed by hockey, and it became our identity and who we were. And we wanted to do everything we could to strive to the next level. And through that striving, actually, it kind of became a blessing, is because I was fortunate enough to go to Bozeman, Montana for my first junior hockey team. And it was a struggle to get there. I think most people look at my high school career and they say, he'll be lucky if he makes junior hockey. It was just always a struggle for me. I was never that talented, never that gifted in certain areas of the game that would move me on. And so to be able to move on to juniors after some of those struggles in high school with not playing or being on a poor high school team, and to be able to play juniors and get to the next level was just like a real sense of accomplishment. Like, we're kind of moving this thing forward, and it's really great. And when I got to juniors, it was even bigger awakening for me at the level of play that continues to go on after high school. And I really struggled quite a bit. I played very minimal minutes, and that was even if I was in the lineup. A lot of times I was healthy scratched, which to me was very devastating, because like I said, my identity was so wrapped up in hockey that any time that something went wrong, it was crushing, and I didn't know how to handle it. But through that, I had a coach by the name of John LaFontaine, and he encouraged us to go to Bible study, and he showed us what it meant to be a godly man. And through that, I was able to meet with the Bible study once a week, and it was there that God was like just tugging at me. He was grabbing me, and he wanted me bad, just like he wants all of us. And he finally called me back to his team, and I accepted him, and it changed the course of my hockey career, my life, and ultimately the family and people around me, which has been such a cool thing to see. But my struggles didn't quite end there with hockey. I continued to grow as a player. I continued to grow in my faith, but I didn't quite know what it meant to really be truly found in Christ and have my identity be found in Him. And I was blessed enough to be able to go on to Bemidji State after that, where we just had a really fun 4 years, and we made it to the Frozen Four, and we ultimately lost to one of the FCA heavy hitters, Gary Steffes. But you know, all things considered, it was a great ride. But in college, God just continued to pour His mercies on me and teach me new things and things about life, and slowly just began to like unwrap this identity thing that I had with hockey. And again, in college, I went through a lot of healthy scratches. A lot of times when things didn't go my way, or things didn't go as I planned, or I wasn't able to achieve goals, and I became depressed, and I became really kind of distant from teammates, and it really became like a really negative thing, and a thing that was actually pretty sinful in my life. But God, through that, showed me that I was relying too much on myself and not enough on Him, and He just helped me grow and helped me persevere through that. And in my last 2 years, I was blessed enough to be able to captain the team, and like I said, we had a lot of success, and we were able to go to the Frozen Four in the NCAA tournament, and then on to the next level, which is professional. And again, it was another level where nobody probably believed in me, except for my parents maybe, and myself. And you know, I always had serious doubts about whether I could make it or not, but the hope and the goals and the dreams always outweighed the doubt. And so I was able to play professional, and the same cycle started to happen again, where I started wrapping myself up in hockey and successes and failures in hockey, And in pro, it was even more magnified because now it was my job, and now I'm finding myself scratched more than ever, and in the stands being a cheerleader more than ever. And it comes to a point after a couple years of my professional career where it's, okay, you either give up hockey for good or you completely surrender your hockey career to the Lord and just see what He's going to do with it. And it got to that point after two years of some of the biggest struggles in my life as far as hockey goes, with being out of the lineup, being sent to different leagues and different teams, where I just said, okay, God, like, it's yours. This career is yours. I'm here to serve you. I'm here to make much of you through hockey. And it's when I decided to give that up that my identity came back to Him, and I just live for Him now. And now I'm at a place where, man, God is just doing some amazing things in the hockey world, not only through FCA hockey, but on a lot of pro teams around the country and college teams. It's just been such an amazing thing to see, and when we find our identity in Christ, it frees us up to do some amazing things for Him. I'm Chris McKelvie, this is FCA Hockey, and I'm all in for Jesus.